see, I couldn't hear, I couldn't know the love within me. I was lost in all my parts until my heart awakened me to wholeness. Ani Shaina Libya, Ani Shaina Libya, Ani Shaina I couldn't see, I couldn't hear, I couldn't know the love within me. I was lost in all my parts until my heart awakened me to wholeness. Ani Shaina Libya, Ani Shaina Libya, Ani Shaina Libya, Ani Shaina Libya. I was asleep, nearly unconscious. I couldn't see, I couldn't hear, I couldn't know the love within me. I was lost in all my parts until my heart awakened me to wholeness. Ani Shaina Libya, Ani Shaina Libya, Ani Shaina Libya, Ani Shaina Libya. I was asleep, nearly unconscious. I couldn't see, I couldn't hear, I couldn't know the love within me. I was lost in all my parts until my heart awakened me to wholeness. Ani Shaina Libya, Ani Shaina Libya, Ani Shaina Libya, welcome, KZOOMers. And maybe if you would like to, Aliyah, to drop those words in the chat again. This is kind of a brand new practice of the words from this week's Love at the Center that really kind of like grabbed me this week, and I was chanting it just in the last few days. That says, I was asleep, but my heart stayed awake. And there is this place, this little place inside our heart that is always awake, even when it seems like the rest of us might go unconscious. And that place in our heart, that awakened place in our heart, is really kind of what we need to focus on and allow that place in our heart to expand and awaken the rest of us, and be an awakening force from within. So I want to chant that a few more times, because it's such a crucial moment in the Song of Songs is when the beloved knocks. And the question really is, will we answer that knock? Will we answer that knock, or will it or will we hesitate? Will we kind of pull ourselves away from that call? And it's not a given, And that knocking is really happening from inside, and it's almost like it's the beat of our own heart that is the beloved knocking. And we can either ignore it or we can respond to it. But it is kind of one of those sobering moments in the song when we realize that, we might miss the beloved, that we might not hear the knock or might not respond to it because we're in our own little world. And so the beloved is always knocking, but we're not always awake. So this journey that we're on together is a journey of awakening. So let's try this together. And I don't know if you see it in the chat, because everybody, it keeps, you see it? Okay. No. So actually, Leah, you have to put it there.
Yes.
Put it there again. Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
So as people come in, they don't see it yet, but it'll appear. So I was asleep, nearly unconscious. I couldn't see, I couldn't hear, I couldn't know the love within me. I was lost in all my parts until my heart awakened me to wholeness. Ani Shaina Libya, Ani Shaina Libya, Ani Shaina Libya, Ani Shaina Libya. I was asleep, nearly unconscious. I couldn't see, I couldn't hear, I couldn't know the love within me. I was lost in all my parts until my heart awakened me to wholeness. Ani Shaina Libya, Ani I was asleep, but my heart stayed awake, and the voice of my beloved is knocking, and the voice of my beloved, comes through the world, comes through everything, and it is it is so there that we don't notice it, really, and so we have to wake up to what's been there all along. And the voice of my beloveds, is knocking and saying, "Open to me, open to me." And then the voice calls me by all these different names, because maybe one of them will awaken us. Mm-hmm. My sister, my friend, my dove, my pure one, and so this awakening is really an awakening to covenantal love, to a mutuality with God, who is speaking through creation, and we who are responding to that call of the beloved. So I want to do some practice in this KZOOM that might help us to open up those channels, and also to be alert to the ways that we might go to sleep, and not be paying attention to the voice of the beloved, or that knock, because sometimes if we know a little bit about our patterns, about when we go unconscious, we can sort of bring extra awareness to those moments, and maybe not fall into the trap again. So again, welcome KZOOMers, and those who feel okay to show your face. I always love seeing those faces if you can. So to know that we're not, that as we go to difficult places inside ourselves, we are supported in that. So call Dodi Dofek, the voice of my beloved is knocking, and it's knocking on the door of my own heart, and I'm also knocking on the door of that one heart. So and then we kind of enter through the pathway of covenants. Kol Dodi Dofek, Pitchi-li, Kol Dodi Dofek, Pitchi-li, Kol Dodi Dofek, Pitchi-li, Kol Dodi Dofek, Pitchi-li, Achoti, Rayati, Yonati, Tamati, Achoti, Rayati, Yonati, Tamati, Kol Dodi Dofek, Pitchi-li.
Kol Dodi Dofek Pitchi-li. Kol Dodi Dofek Pitchi-li. Kol Dodi Dofek Pitchi-li. Achoti, Rayati, Yonati, Tamati. Achoti, Rayati, Yonati, Tamati. Kol Dodi Dofek Pitchi-li. Kol Dodi Dofek Pitchi-li. Kol Dodi Dofek Pitchi-li. Kol Dodi Dofek Pitchi-li. Achoti, Rayati, Yonati, Tamati. Achoti, Rayati, Yonati, Tamati. Kol Dodi Dofek Pitchi-li. Kol Dodi Dofek Pitchi-li. Kol Dodi Dofek Pitchi-li. Kol Dodi Dofek Pitchi-li. Achoti, Rayati, Yonati, Tamati. Achoti, Rayati, Yonati, Tamati.
Once more.
Kol Dodi Dofek Pitchi-li. Kol Dodi Dofek Pitchi-li. Kol Dodi Dofek Pitchi-li. Kol Dodi Dofek Pitchi-li. Achoti, Rayati, Yonati, Tamati. Achoti, Rayati, Yonati, Tamati.
So I was asleep. But there is some little place in me awake enough to hear that knock of the beloved. But I'm still asleep. And I'm still partly unconscious. And so that's this journey of consciousness that we're on, to be able to become responsive to that divine presence that is there, and that, some of it is getting in touch with that little place in us that is awake. And bringing our attention there, so that so the big kind of learning in the Song of Songs is that when the beloved knocks and says, "Open to me," the lover is not quite.
It's just not a good time. It's not a good time.
She says, "Oh, I just went to sleep. Do I need to wake up again? Do I put on my clothes? Do I have to dress again?
I washed my feet already.
I washed my feet. Then I have to get them dirty again." And it's like, and then she realizes at some point, coming out of her sleepiness, she realizes that oh my God,
I better go to the door. But
she opened.
I gave it away.
She opens the door and he's gone, and it's this great kind of heartbreaking moment in the song and in our lives too, when we miss that chance, when we realize that we were asleep, and so it and I think about the story of leaving Egypt. We're sort of told that leaving of Egypt kind of needs to be at a moment's notice. We don't have time to let the bread rise. We don't have time to to sort of worry about our feet being dirty. It's like go for it. And I have this memory of being in a Zen monastery and being with it was in Woodstock, and the students there were being trained to respond immediately, to a call, and it almost startled me because they kind of they jumped up, they ran, and I think that it sort of represents this kind of running to the beloved rather than holding ourselves back. But then we want to sort of do the inquiry to say, okay, why? Why do I hold back? Why do I go unconscious? And so I wanted some of our practice to really be sort of addressing those patterns of unconsciousness. And so the chant I wanted to do from Isaiah is a message from the beloved that says, when you pass through the waters, and the waters represent change and a sense of overwhelm, the things that make me go unconscious is that feeling of being just too busy or too overwhelmed or too filled up with myself. And then the beloved says, when you pass through the waters, I'm with you. Yes, right in your distress, I'm there with you. I am with you. I won't let those rivers overwhelm you. I will be with you. And so that's a kind of a message of reassurance that we can stay awake even through, these times of tumult. Can we, stay awake? Because if we don't, we're going to miss the beloved, which represents all of our resources, all of our connection to the oneness. So I want to chant these words as a way of putting that message inside us, so that at those moments when the beloved is knocking, we don't have to be kind of just stuck in our overwhelm. We can hear the message of the beloved that says, I will be with you through it all. You can stay in that place of awareness, of consciousness. So So and it's talking to you a little bit to your future self, in that moment when you know you're going to be in that place. So hearing the message of the beloved, I will be with you through all of it. Kitavot bamayyim, itcha ani, kitavot bamayyim, itcha ani, uvannerot lo yishtafucha, lo yishtafucha, uvannerot lo yishtafucha, lo yishtafucha. When you pass through the waters, I am with you. Yes, I am with you. When you pass through the waters, I am with you. Yes, I am with you. I won't let the rivers overwhelm you. I will be with you. I won't let the rivers overwhelm you. I will be with you. Kitavot bamayyim, itcha listen to that voice of the beloved. And respond. Henry Nouwen says, prayer then is listening to that voice, the one who calls you the beloved. It is to constantly go back to the truth of who we are and claim it for ourselves. I think that's that place of the awakened heart. We're claiming that for ourselves. I am not what I do. I'm not what people say about me. I'm not what I have. Although there's nothing wrong with success. There's nothing wrong with popularity. There's nothing wrong with being powerful. But finally, my spiritual identity is not rooted in the world, the things that the world gives me. That's what's going to put me to sleep, actually. But it's rooted in my spiritual identity, which is that place in my heart that is awake, even though I am asleep. It's rooted in my spiritual identity. Whatever we do, we have to go back regularly to that place of core identity. I was asleep, but my heart stayed awake. That's that core identity in us. And then it's sort of say, well, what is it that puts us to sleep? And what is it that wakes us up?
Yeah.
And sometimes I thought I was awake, but actually I was pretty asleep. Because it's all kind of relative. So as I keep waking up, I look back and I say, oh, I was asleep. I wasn't hearing the beloved knocking, and I wasn't opening the door to the beloved, and so and so that beloved is knocking sometimes in the strangest ways, the strangest places, in things that might even feel uncomfortable, that the beloved knocks, and it's all about awakening. And these transitions that we go through are a little bit dangerous because there's a possibility of going unconscious, and so that's when we want to do it, bring our practice really to it, like the next level. So I want to just mention a couple of transitions that are just happening now. My great teacher, Rabbi Jonathan Omerman, just passed from this world last night, and I'll just tell a little story about him. But the other thing was that Michelle Citron, who's a KZer, just had a baby today. So, she FaceTimed me from the hospital so that I could sing. We could sing "O Pure Soul" to this newborn baby in the hospital. Yeah. It was like,
wow.
So I was feeling Jonathan's soul leaving, and I was feeling this new soul arriving.
Yeah.
But there was an email from Jonathan's wife, Nan, who said he struggled for a couple hours, and then he left with a sigh. And I was brought back to a class that I took with Jonathan Omerman at an IJS retreat.
Institute for Jewish Spirituality.
And I was, and he was teaching the practice of sighing.
Really?
Tom, I don't know if you were there at that class. It was early on. It was an amazing class. But so he was teaching about sighing, and so we were all, because it was actually a Reb Nachman practice. It's called a kracht.
Okay.
To sigh. And so we were going, and just letting that out, letting the sigh. And then Sheila Weinberg who had this amazing laugh. She started laughing, and she was laughing in a way where she was trying not to laugh, and so it made it even more funny.
Yeah,
And
that
so
works.
so she started to laugh, and then everybody in the whole class started to laugh in a way of trying not to laugh. And we'd go back to our sighing for a while, and then we'd start laughing again, and then we would sigh, and then we would just break. We would hear Sheila laugh, and then we would all start laughing, and after a while, Jonathan just looks up and said, "Let's do laughing meditation." And so we all just moved from the sigh to the laugh. So my prayer for you, Jonathan, is that you are laughing, that you left with a sigh, and that you are laughing now. And for this new baby that just came into the world, not even yet have a name yet, that I want to bless you with a sense of that the beloved is calling you into this world. And that you are hearing the voice of the beloved saying, "I am with you. I'm with you, and whatever you have to go through in this life, I am with you." So I want to chant these words, and maybe we can, think of Jonathan on his journey and this new baby on his journey, and make a kind of a vow towards awakeness of consciousness in their honor. So the chant, that in Hebrew has just like these 3 words that says, "I am always with you." And even when you go unconscious, I'm with you, God says. Tamid. though my heart is troubled,
Tamid,
and I'm filled with dread, I turn to face your mystery.
Tamid,
Though I've been lost inside my head, I open to eternity. We think of the beloved as knocking from the inside to really be our aliveness, that pulse that's inside us is our aliveness. It is the beloved knocking, and trying to awaken us to this kind of the miraculous, this existence. You're feeling your pulse?
Yeah, feeling
My
I
pulse.
can feel your pulse.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's knocking. It's beating.
So this the search for the beloved, out there, sending us in here, and Jean Houston has this wonderful teaching. I love to keep coming back to it. She says the search for the beloved is the lure of human becoming. As you allow the beloved to grow within you, you will discover a steadfastness to the spiritual journey that comes your way in the most remarkable fashion. It will seem that you have been clearly put on a journey of transformation that provides for a deep maturation of the psyche and access to the potentials of your own being. In other words, there is this process of awakening, that becoming, when you think you're awake, to become even more awake. And when you do that, you're opening up access to the potentials of your being, which is like your connection with the infinite. So I was asleep.
Mm-hmm.
But there was something in me that stayed awake, and that saved me, from my unconsciousness, really. So the influence of that awakened piece of my heart is what then sends me, to joy, integration, to my wholeness again. So in the book of Leviticus, which is all about holiness, about how to stay in the place of holiness, which is the place of connection. Right near the end of the book of Leviticus, there's this line that I love, which I think of it as the promise of connection. And it sort of says, like, when you pay attention to that awakened place inside you, God says, I will walk, not only be with you, I will walk within you. I will walk you. I will walk within you, among you, and I will be your God. I will be available to you. That divine, spark will be available to you even in the times of trouble. So I sometimes do this practice as a walking meditation. Once you learn it, if you feel like you want to get up and walk with it and feel as if there's some place in you of the beloved that is moving you, that is walking within you. It says V'hitalach, and you can just maybe I say this, V'hitalachti betochachem v'hayiti lachem lelohim. Yeah. So it's a kind of a promise that we want to then receive, which means to pay attention to, like, oh yeah, it's already happening, but I just need to be awake to it. So let's see if we can walk, find this walk. And I just have to tell you that I have been walking. I have been walking a lot.
Walking
I am
goddess.
the walking. I love to walk, and I've been walking on the beach. And today, I'm almost at 20,000 steps today. So I think after the KZOOM, I have to go walk 300 more steps so I can get to my 20,000 confetti.
It's like 8 miles, 10 miles, I don't know.
But I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
But maybe it's the walk. It's the God that is walking in me that I love. Let's see. V'hitalachti betochachem v'hayiti lachem lelohim. 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 V'hitalachti betochachem v'hayiti
והתהלכתי בתוך החם, והייתי לכם לאלוהים, 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 והתהלכתי בתוך החם, Hayiti lachem
So close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, and feel that awakened heart within you. Even though I sometimes fall asleep or go unconscious, I want to connect with this place in my heart where God is walking, where the beloved kind of moves within me as an awakening force that's going to wake me up. Awareness will find me wherever I wander. And invite you to open your eyes and look around the KZOOM room as that these are your allies, allies of awakening. Sometimes when I go to sleep, somebody else's presence wakes me up, and hopefully we do that for each other.
Sweet faces. Marcy. Oh, Marcy. Oh, so good to see you.
So those who are listening to this recording later, we're talking to you too, you asynchronous people.
In your now. It'll be now when you see us.
You're now, the beloved, awaken you. And invite everybody to go to the website, give a little donation in honor of what you have received, so we can keep doing this work.
And remember